Hello, this is Tanushree Chaudhary. Today I'll talk about narcissism and narcissistic personalities. Narcissism या narcissistic personalities has been listed in it is considered as a personality disorder, and narcissist has become a very common term nowadays. On FB, we often, I have done it myself. Like, I have posted a photo of mine on FB and written a selfie of mine and written below that I'm feeling very narcissistic, without even realizing the weightage of that the word carries, or what exactly narcissistic personality means. So if you have today, my motto is to delve into this idea of narcissism. Now, narcissism is viewed in the Western world as a very obnoxious kind of a thing. People who are narcissistic are obnoxious and disagreeable in nature. But in India, if we can't go by the Western version of narcissism. In India, we are it's a very common thing to observe in our society. We don't consider narcissism as a very, deviating one, because each and every house has a narcissist present. In every household, whether it is your husband, it is your wife, it is your mother, father, son, daughter, grandfather, father-in-law, you find one narcissist in every household. See, narcissism means what? Basically, if we talk about India, we have a very male-dominated society where women play basically a submissive role. So in such a male-dominated society where you promote theories like Pati Parameshwar, or women are told not to eat before the husband, or wait for your husband till he comes back, even if it is well past midnight. If your husband is not at home or not has yet come, you have to wait, you can't eat before him. And these are not the examples of narcissism. Don't you think these are enough examples? There are so many other examples. So narcissism generally seen in male dominated societies, for example in our country, in India. Narcissist has a very narcissist is a person who has zero empathy. Now, if you talk about our society, since our childhood, the way we raise our children, a boy and a girl of same age, the girl is always told to, look after the family, or, one day you will have to look after the family, so learn cooking. And the boy is told to go out and face the world. Even a small child knows that one day when he grows up, he'll have to face the world. So what happens? The small, boys and a small girl's psychological health is not. There isn't much difference. They feel pain, hurt the same way. So a girl is allowed to cry if she gets hurt, but a boy is told, don't cry, you are not a girl, don't cry like a girl. See the way we raise our boys. So in a study it has been found that the number of narcissists, if we see, 80% of them are men, very few are women. So we indulge into this kind of narcissistic behavior in our society, where we don't even understand. If somebody calls me narcissist, so I won't feel ashamed, because I don't see it very different from my natural behavior. So many narcissists are there present in our society, and we indulge into so much of narcissism in our society that the term doesn't carry much meaning for us. right? But a narcissist world, you have to understand how a narcissist, you know, works, or what happens in his world. Now, the child I was talking about, that child who has been told, don't cry, you are not a girl, you have to defend yourself. So, that natural, we are already telling that child to, you know, stopping his natural emotion. He wants to cry, but he is not allowed to cry. He has been hurt the same way the small girl was hurt, but she was allowed to cry. This boy is not allowed to cry. You are pushing him, you are telling him to, you have to, you are suppressing your emotion. The boy is being raised in a manner where he knows that he cannot show his emotion, he has to suppress his emotion. So every child is different. There are many, very soft children are also there. They are also raised the same way. Now, out of 10, if I take 2 are narcissists, 8 are not. So these 2 children's childhood might be, something happened in their childhood. Basically, narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder takes place when in their growing up age. Some kind of wounding has happened in the childhood. Wounding doesn't mean that someone has bitten him up or anything. There could be child abuse kind of a thing, but there could be other things also. Like sometimes parents are too much indulgent for a boy and not so indulgent for a girl. For the boy, whether he is right or wrong, for both ways, he is praised. Even for his wrongdoing, he is given praises. Right? So, narcissistic personality disorder happens when the child grows up. Now, if we actually discuss, I have to make some notes here. If we actually discuss about narcissism, so a narcissistic personality is someone who has zero empathy, very arrogant. Now, when you are telling a child not to express his emotion, not to cry, you have to be very aggressive. If somebody beats you up in school, you should also punch back. So when he grows up, he becomes very aggressive, arrogant. He feels entitled. Now, how we raise our children, and the small boy knows that he has some rights more than that small girl, than his sister. So entitlement is also an issue. They feel entitled for everything. Narcissist is that kind of a man who thinks I am first. They are I specialist. My interest comes first. That is entitlement. Grandiose. Now this kind of things happens, whatever. Sometimes they are very dreamy, and they are euphoric in nature. They get transported into a la la land. They imagine things that does not happen in their reality. Because what happens, basically, if I can give you an example, I have seen my father-in-law being a bit of a narcissist. Now these people were in before partition, they had a lot of land and properties. After partition, they lost everything. They came India as a nothing, pauper. And then this problem, he was only 13-14 years old. So the same kind of mental trauma happened for him, where he had lost everything and he was struggling in India, fending to his families. So this happens often. Like I used to see him talking about things of the past. We had this, we had that, but he had nothing at the present. Though he was very successful in his later years, he worked as a senior scientist, but he had to struggle a lot to reach that. And during that struggle, we always had that in mind, that we had a lot of property and that we don't have anything. But he used to sometimes lie to people. So lying is happening in that euphoric moment when you are thinking yourself as a person of zamindar. I am a landlord, and still I am a landlord, and everyone around me are my subjects, my prajas. You're getting? So grandiose, often narcissistic personalities dream or tell lies about things which is not in the present, or they make it up. They may make it up. And superficial, obviously the child who was never allowed to express his emotion, he has developed a child wounding inside. I wanted to cry, nobody gave me a shoulder. I wanted to throw tantrums, but they told me it was like ladylike, so I couldn't do it. So there is this suppression of emotion creates an inner wound. So every emotion they feel superficially, love, respect for others, or even whatever, all kind of emotion, they don't feel anything from inside. Everything is, all relationships in their life is superficial. They always seek praises or admiration. People should talk about me. I am somebody, recognize my worth. Are you getting? If you know any narcissistic personalities in your immediate life, you'll realize these are the qualities he or she is having, and how painful it is to handle this kind of a person. And validation. Now what happens, I tell you, because of this childhood wounding throughout their formative years, when they actually grow up, when there is nothing, that inside they feel very hollow inside, there is a vacuum inside, so they are not able to give anything to anyone. So what they are, to fill that hollow inside, that emotional hollow I'm talking about, they always use people, they take things from people but never give back. So they always look outside validation for another person. If I know there is something missing inside me, I don't feel any emotion, I don't feel love the way other people feel, I don't feel anything, any kind of emotion that way. I don't feel very, people like me, because I am not giving anything to anyone. Definitely I am getting disassociated from others. So obviously they feel often, people will not like me if I don't do this. This is the phrase. So to make people like me, I have to be above average. So they act out as above average, which they don't feel from inside. There is a hollow. The cup here is absolutely empty. They try to, with outside validations from other persons, they try to draw attention, they try to create dramatic scenes where they are at the center, everyone, the whole world is revolving around them. People will do for them. They are like that Raja I was talking about, the landlord in the middle. So this way, what happens when that child grows up? Okay, parents will accept your tantrums, or they may even praise you throughout your life. But what happens when you get married? Your spouse, they can't take the place of your parents. They do not, no spouse in the world have unconditional love. Only parents' love is unconditional. So a narcissistic child may be accepted by parents, and parents will always give, and nothing, they will never expect anything, any return from their child. But in adulthood, when they get married, when their spouse is there, there is a give and take relationship. Now that very relationship gets cut off. Why? Because the very relationship gets cut off because this person is not being able to give back to his spouse or her spouse, but he takes. So the other person gets tired giving, doing, giving. So relationship is again It is damaged relationship. Even in children, the way a parent do, a narcissistic parent won't be able to do that way for his or her children. They always suppress them, very suppressing, and they dominate over them. They want respect. They should be, as a father, as a mother, I should always be respected. And that tag, remember one thing, narcissistic people are self-centered, very selfish. So they actually do good in their career. Whatever they do for themselves. So they do well in their career. That is the only way they get satisfaction, because rest of the in the environment they have made all the people against them through their bad behavior and nature. Negative behavior, negativity creates negativity. So that is only one place where he does not need anybody's, you can say, participation. Like if I have to study, if I need to do well in my study, I don't need any other person's participation. I can give my best. They are basically loner. They are lonely people, lonely. There is a child inside them who has this sword in his hand, and because the way they have been raised, they have been told, defend yourself, you cannot cry, you cannot show your emotion, that is weakness. So they never show their emotion. But if you have studied TA, transactional analysis, in that these three ego states, adult, parent and child, this narcissistic person mind is like that child ego state. There is an eternal child. The child never grew up. In the growing up stage, he got confused when he was told to suppress his emotion. He got confused. So a confused child who never grew up. Though now you are 30, 40, 50 years old, but there inside you, if we actually delve into the mind of a narcissistic person, the child is there with a sword in hand. He has he has grown up, been raised in a manner where he has a distorted version of the world, where every person is trying to harm him. Every person is not to be trusted. Everyone, he distrusts everyone, and he fights left and right with that sword. And what happens when he attacks, the other person also generates negativity. So in his immediate environment, people who are immediate in his environment, his spouse, his children, his mother, father, they know they can, after living under one roof for so many years, they know this person has a problem, behaves unusually. So they ultimately don't like him. I have seen, I will not name, but when narcissistic person, when he died, nobody had a good word for him. His wife said that I am relieved he is gone. That much pestered she was during when they had a pretty long married life. Very sad. But if you actually delve into that person's emotional self, you will find this child was fighting all the time, defending. And this is a personality disorder. First thing is, a narcissistic person loves to irritate others, show people down, suppress them, dominate them, disrespect them. Like you will find these people, if you message, they don't message back. They will ghost you. I had a friend who wouldn't talk to me for 3-4 years and suddenly would come back when he feels right or she feels right. Come back and expect the same kind of behavior from you. So these people basically ignores you to validate themselves that I am above you. I am better than you. Respect me. They resort to mind games. Narcissistic mind games. I'll tell you in the game next video about how people play games. Okay. So these people, if you actually see, now how to handle, there are two things I will say today. First is, I have already explained, this is very common in our society. We don't see this as a personality disorder. Though it is a personality disorder, it needs to be treated. This kind of people always get disassociated from other persons because of their behavior, but they don't understand their behavior. They don't see anything wrong in their behavior. They always find faults with the other person. For example, I'll tell you, when you deal a narcissistic personality for a long period of time, obviously you get bitter. You will become rude. You will feel bitter, you will feel rude, you will start, after a certain point of time, you'll start abusing them, you'll start showing your bitterness. Then this person is like a child kind of a mind. He will come and tell you, why are you so bitter, you are so rude. This is called gaslighting. They have this quality, making you feel even more bitter, even more rude. I mean, they turn the whole thing around, the whole blame shifting. They do everything to make you feel the way you feel. Then they will come and tell you, it's you, because of you it happened. Why you are feeling so bitter? You are bitter, so I did this. He did it first, then you became bitter. But he forgets that whole thing. They turn, this dialogues around. They put the gun on the other person's shoulder. So in corporates, in family situation, everywhere they make enemies. But I'll tell you one more thing. This is not the way actually. He considers the other persons as his enemies. So he always defends himself and he tries to control. That is the main thing for a narcissistic person. They don't want to lose the control on others. That is how they keep themselves safe. Okay, but I'll tell you one more thing. Most of the narcissistic people often say that my family never understood me, but see the other person, they love me, they like me. So they are exceptionally show empathy towards outsiders. In their inner, charity begins at home, but in their home ground they are not charitable. They take everything, with a syringe, they take the last blood out. But in the outside world, they project, because by any means, it is a learned traits. It's a personality disorder, not a mental disorder. So these traits are learned from, I've told you, whether in the family they have seen their father practicing this narcissistic behavior. So they have learned this, they have seen by practicing this, they get some kind of benefit out of that. So they won't let go of the benefits. So this way, what happens in their outside world, they often appear as empathetic. They will do for others, but they do with the focus that the other person will do, admire them. They want to appear as a beautiful soul to other person. To an extent, I know about a person who has this kind of traits. He would just, if no one is there to validate him, he would hire on net nowadays. You get, people on paid basis. He would hire a girl and pay and say, now do something or behave in a manner that the girl will say, oh, what a beautiful soul you are. So when everybody starts disliking you, you get other narcissistic supplies, and net has become one of the greatest narcissistic supply of our time. So if you are not fulfilled in your family from a point of view of a narcissistic person, they will go on net and find people who would admire them. So admiration is the first thing that they want. This is how they validate and try to fill that void inside them. A narcissistic man's greatest asset is to, they use money. They are very materialistic. They don't feel anything. They don't understand spiritualism, emotional quotient and all that. They lack on those grounds. So they fill themselves with materialism. That is how they fail with their spouse. They fail to give love to the spouse. Instead, they think they can fill that gap by giving her or a materialistic pleasure, like taking you on a grand vacation, but that doesn't fulfill the heart. So the relationship will always suffer. It happens with spouse, it happens with girlfriend, boyfriend, children, whoever near and dear one, they all are highly disturbed because of these narcissistic personalities around them. It becomes a mental disorder. It is not a mental disorder, but when a narcissistic person, after a certain point of time, often seen that because of some reason, they are not getting the validation, also fails them to fill that inner cup. So after a certain point of time, they will start feeling so hollow inside that it starts bothering them. So narcissism is for disturbing the other person, and they take vicarious pleasure in that. But after a point of time, when it comes to disturb you, you feel, there is something inside you that starts feeling, I have done something in my life which is not right, and I have disturbed these people, and that's why they are behaving. They know this because this is a learned trait. They understand. Most of the narcissists know that they are narcissists. So then when they start getting disturbed with their own behavior, then it is a mental disorder. The mental disorder is setting in. See. Now next is, obviously I'll just say 4 types of narcissistic personalities. First one is grandiose. I have just mentioned these people are ego, very ego driven. I'm this, I want respect, very arrogant. They want outside validation. Second one is covert narcissist. Covert narcissists, they want, they come across as very depressed. Nobody understood my worth in this lifetime. They always feel like I am ahead of my time. I have so much of talent. I'm such a great photographer, and so. Nobody understood my value. So this is a covert narcissist. They actually come across as depressed personalities, but they are not depressed. They're actually covert narcissists. Overt is like, I am somebody, respect me. And covert narcissist, nobody understood my value. Third one is, I guess, malignant narcissist. This is more common among female narcissists. Malignant narcissists are like, they are like almost psychopathic. They cheat, they steal. Women who are gold diggers, or very highly. These people are very, they would have loud makeup. And if they do charity or something, they would come to the forefront and show, I'm doing this charity. I was a part of this charitable institution called NACFIM JCs. I had joined it, and I found all the narcissistic females there. I remember still, there was one event where we were doing this Jaipur food distribution to people who were disabled, and these people were distributing them, someone standing just beside you without hands and legs, hands amputated, legs amputated, and you are giving them that food like that, wearing a sari and guljure and whatnot, Sabyasachi saris, and someone was taking photographs. Seeing that, and the very next day we left, we understood that this is not the kind of charitable institution we want to be part of. These are the malignant narcissists. And fourth one is communal. Communal narcissists are very social. They are found on medias. They are very, they look very charitable. They look very empathic because they know how to convince people. They are very, very lovable superficially, and they have this convincing power. They are good with words. Very successful in their workplace. But at the same time, at the basis of all this, narcissism is narcissism. Now I have to, before I quit, I have to tell you two sides. if you have come across this video, if you think that you have these narcissistic traits but you are not aware of it, or you were not aware of it till now, then there are two ways to go. See, you will never find a person who would always laud you, applaud you. No one, not everyone is your mother, so you cannot, all these games and playing, these are all played because to get positive strokes, to stroke your egos. But ultimately, people whom you are using, they will get depleted and they will run away, leaving you forever. So get yourself a therapist. That is the only way. Therapist is one where you can talk, they can talk to you, non-judgmental, you can express yourself. There is a problem, this is a disorder, you have to work on it. It won't go away. And second part is, some narcissists feel, okay, why should I change? I have no problem. Then this video is not for them. And next is, if you know anyone in your environment who has this narcissistic disorder, please understand there is a child within him. The child is, constantly fighting for appreciation. Be compassionate. I mean, there has been something in his lifetime that has made him like this. I know it is very depleting to handle a person like that. But first thing is, don't abuse, be compassionate. Often we don't understand. That's where psychology steps in, helps us to understand a person. In fact, I have always got into astrology, tarology, because I understand both the logies very well, to understand somebody whenever I need it. But it is psychology only that helped me to understand. Once you know a person's personality type or the kind of disorder one is facing, you don't need any astrology, tarology. You can predict his behavior then and there. So first thing is, be compassionate, help him to understand that he has a problem, and be compassionate. That is the last thing I would say. I'm not saying blaming will not help. The more you blame, the more they will, because that child is already, he has a childhood wound, so that wounds need some ointment, and your that ointment is your loving ways, maybe. So that's it for today. A bit of a long video, but I had to cover so much on narcissism in one video, which was difficult. Thank you so much. Bye bye.